In this video, we're going to talk about 5 dream scenarios for us, the Ravens fans, going to the offseason. And we're going to start right now. Renegade. Yo guys, my name is Sunny. Welcome to szg Sports. This video, like I said, 5 dream scenarios that in my opinion is what I would love to see going to the offseason, what the Ravens fans should want to see. I'm not saying that I'm right, but I'm right. So I wrote them here so I didn't forget. Let's start with number 1, CJ Mosley. I think it's a pretty consensus. I would say at least 70% of the fans will love CJ Mosley back. Even more probably. What we don't want is probably break that bank, right? That, $50 million that the Cardinals are reportedly being offering to Mosley. So we don't want to offer that much money. So dream scenario, we keep Mosley and we offer him 12.5. A lot of money. He's just under Kuechly, but a lot of money. So dream scenario number 1, we keep CJ Mosley, we keep our captain, the Mike guy, the guy that sets everybody up in defense, and on a relatively good deal. Scenario number 2, so we get a difference maker in the pass rushing. So if you have been watching this channel, my collab with Nubo or with Coach Evans, shout out to both of them. I have been saying that D-Law is what I want, right? Well, today we find out Lawrence got tagged by the Cowboys, which is fine. He's going to get paid, but we need that pass rusher. We had Judon, which is hit or miss, but I think this year he's going to ball because it's a contract year. But that sucks that if he comes back, he's older. So he's going to, he'll be good in Spurs. Bowser and Williams, you hope they step up, but at this point, year 2 was a disappointment, at least for me. Big disappointment for both of them. And after that, you don't have anybody, right? So, dream scenario number 2. Next year, we have a legitimate pass rusher, a guy that can be a 3-down pass rusher. That you take him out, to rest him. But if you needed him in a 2-minute, against a 2-minute offense, he can stay on the field. He can ball, either between the draft or a free agent. A guy that might not even be in the free agent market right now, but might get cut or trade. So that's scenario number 2. We need a pass rusher, and we found it. My dream number 2 scenario, we found our pass rusher. Dream number 3, we get wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 in this year's draft. Not only we get our number 1 receiver, we get a wide receiver number 2. This can be a combination of things, drafting and wide receivers in the free agency. So in my opinion, we need a deep threat. Lastly, could potentially be that guy Moore. It's been 3 years of him. I mean, he's hit or miss. Lastly doesn't have good hands. A guy like Deshaun Jackson, you can bring him in a trade, maybe like a later round pick. I don't know. John Brown, if you can keep him, right, that would be a good wide receiver number 2. And wide receiver number 1, you can go in the draft and draft a guy like N'Keal Harry, Butler. But not only that, Harmon and others, right? But not only that, you can go in the 3rd, 4th round and get another receiver, maybe like Andy Isabella, that you can work on the slot. The guy from Ohio State, he can potentially be your outside guy as a deep threat. Pearl Campbell. So another number 3, get your 2 wide receivers. Get 2 wide receivers. We need 2 wide receivers that you trust, and that's gonna grow with Lamar. Number 4, we upgrade at free safety. And I don't know how popular or unpopular opinion this is. I love Weddle. I'm a big Weddle fan, but his range was questionable last year. He was a Pro Bowl, but his range was questionable. Won't be awesome to bring a guy like Amos or Earl Thomas. So Earl wants to be the highest paid safety. He wants to be in Dallas, but look, Dallas just locked Lawrence, D-Law. I don't know if they're going to have money for him. So in this scenario, if you let's say you pay Thomas the max, he wants to make top corner, or not top corner, top safety money. Well, the top safety Right now, average salary is 13 mil, which is for Barry. If you get Thomas, 2 years, 26, with a potential third for 13 extra, so potential 339, yeah, 339, I think he will take it. Now, you have Weddle. If you cut Weddle, that's 7.5 mil savings. That means for this year, you would have to find 5.5 million extra to get Earl Thomas. I think that would be awesome. I don't know about you guys, but bringing Earl Thomas will solve a lot of problems because our secondary was great. But if you had that center fielder that can react, our corners are basically our defense, and our corners prevent for a lot of yardage to happen, for a lot of points to happen. If you have Thomas, I can see the turnovers starting to spike again. That's my scenario number 4. And number 5, and this is the one that for most Ravens fans, in my opinion, is going to be an unpopular opinion for all you guys. Don't bring a running back. Don't bring a running back. From Bell to Ingram, why are we obsessed with bringing a running back? I don't get it. I legitimately don't get it. We had Gus that performed very well on a very cheap price. Dixon, a great RB2, and I think we need to bring an RB3 from the draft. We need a guy that can catch. And yes, L. Bell can catch. He's amazing. But if you're going to give him $15 million, that money you can use it for an outside rusher, for a middle linebacker to patch if CJ mostly doesn't come. For the scenario that I just mentioned, for Earl Thomas, for that 5.5, right? For interior linemen. There's so many places that you can use that money. And if you have L. Bell, you're taking Edwards out because you're not going to pay $15 million for Bell for playing him 50% of the snap, 40% to be part of our. No, he's playing 80%, right? So Edwards takes a back seat. That's why, in my opinion, you don't see us taking Bell. Ingram might be a veteran, but it's not going to be a top paid veteran. It's going to be lower end, similar to Montgomery, a guy that can catch, block, or somebody in the draft. So you guys tell me, what will be your dream scenarios coming in the offseason? If you like this video, guys, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, IG at szg.sports. I make it easy for you guys. I will see you next time.